The animal that never grew up. How play forged humanity. Think about the last time you truly lost yourself. Maybe it was in a game. The thrill of the chase, the focus of a complex puzzle, the shared, ridiculous laughter with friends over a board game. Maybe it was the absorption of learning a new skill, the tinkering with a guitar chord, or the simple, aimless joy of kicking leaves on an autumn walk. We call this play, and we have a complicated relationship with it. We relegate it to childhood. We see it as a reward, a luxury, the opposite of real work. In our calendars, we block out time for meetings, for errands, for obligations, but we almost never block out time for pointless fun. From a biological standpoint, play is a profound puzzle. Imagine the savannah. 2 million years ago, life is a brutal equation of calories gained versus calories spent. Every moment is a risk. A broken ankle is a death sentence. Wasting energy is evolutionary suicide. And yet, our ancestors played. They chased each other. They wrestled. They threw rocks at targets for no reason. They probably joked. In a world defined by survival, play looks like a bug, a dangerous glitch in the system. Why would a species, balanced on the knife edge of extinction, waste precious time and energy on something frivolous? The answer is one of the deepest and most beautiful secrets to our success. We didn't survive despite our playfulness. We survived because of it. This is the story of how the frivolous instinct to play didn't just make us human. It built our minds, our bodies, and our entire civilization. We aren't the only animals that play, of course. Watch a pair of lion cubs. They stalk, they pounce, they fight. A raven, one of the most intelligent birds, has been observed snowboarding on its back down a snowy roof, only to fly back to the top and do it again. Dolphins will create elaborate games with rings of bubbles. But in most of the animal kingdom, play is a dress rehearsal. It's the junior varsity for the real world. Those lion cubs are practicing the hunt. They are building muscle, testing boundaries. But once they become adults, the play switch mostly turns off. An adult lion is a professional. It's a creature of profound efficiency. It doesn't waste energy it needs for hunting or defending territory. And this is where we took a hard turn down a different evolutionary path. We never stopped. Humans are the ludic species, the species of play. Look at us. We are the only creature that institutionalizes play on a massive planetary scale. We build billion-dollar stadiums so that adults can watch other adults kick a ball. We gather in dark rooms to watch other humans pretend to be different people, telling fictional stories that make us weep. We spend decades of our lives mastering chess, or the violin, or a video game. We are, in a very real sense, the animal that never grew up. There's a biological term for this, neoteny. It's the retention of juvenile or childlike features into adulthood. Compared to other primates, we are remarkable for our unfinished quality. We have less hair, more flexible brains, and a curiosity that, unlike a chimpanzee's, doesn't fade after adolescence. We are, essentially, domesticated apes who manage to keep the best part of being young, the irrepressible, energetic, creative engine of play. So, what did this juvenile instinct do for us? First, it built our bodies. Think about rough and tumble play. That wrestling, chasing, and tumbling that kids, and adults, do. It's not fighting. It's the opposite. It's a carefully calibrated dance. In a real fight, the goal is to end it quickly. In play fighting, the goal is to keep it going. You learn to pull your punches. You learn to read another person's intentions in a fraction of a second. You learn empathy, how much pressure is fun, and how much is hurt. You build trust. You're signaling, I am strong enough to harm you, but I am choosing not to. This is the foundation of all social contracts. But it also trained us for something new. Our ancestors were small, weak, and had no claws. We couldn't outrun a cheetah or overpower a buffalo. We had to get weird. We had to cooperate. And we had to invent. Play was the simulator. How do you learn to throw a spear with lethal accuracy? You start by throwing rocks at a tree. You make a game of it. You tinker. This object play is the direct ancestor of all technology. The first human who picked up a rock and thought, what if I hit this rock with that rock, wasn't working. They were playing. They were driven by curiosity. That moment of playful exploration led to the first stone tool, the Acheulean hand axe. It was the most advanced piece of technology on Earth for over 1,000,000 years. And it was born from a what-if question. This is the second great power of play. It is the engine of learning and creativity. A serious mind sees a stick as a playful mind sees a stick as a potential spur, a lever, a drumstick, a magic wand, or a line drawn in the sand. A playful mind is a flexible mind. When our ancestors gathered around the first controlled fires, they didn't just use it for warmth and cooking, they used it for time. For the first time, there was a safe, illuminated space after dark. What did they do with this new, useless time? They didn't just budget resources. They began to play in a new way. They played with sounds. They played with gestures. They played with story. Language itself is a form of play. It's the agreement to use arbitrary sounds to represent the entire universe. Storytelling is the ultimate, let's pretend. This is where our minds truly split from the rest of the animal kingdom. We didn't just see the world as it was. We began to play with the world as it could be. We created myths. We created art. The 40,000-year-old paintings in the caves at Lascaux are not a how-to guide for hunting. They are an act of sublime, symbolic play. They are the expression of a mind so flexible it could not only see a bison, but see the idea of a bison, and then recreate it on a wall, for others to share. This is what play builds, the imagination. Our entire cognitive toolkit, our ability to plan for a future that doesn't exist, to empathize with someone else's point of view, to innovate under pressure, is a product of this playful, flexible, what-if mindset. A species that only works can get very, very good at doing one thing. But when the environment changes, when the ice comes, when the drought arrives, that species is brittle. It breaks. A species that plays is different. It's constantly testing possibilities. It's adaptable. It's resilient. It has a mental toolbox filled with strange, useless ideas that suddenly become the key to survival. Which brings us back to today. Back to our overscheduled, optimized, serious world. We live in a civilization built entirely on the foundations of play. Our science? It's structured curiosity. The entire scientific method is a sophisticated game of what if, and let's find out. Our art, our music, our literature, all forms of deep, symbolic play that allow us to explore the human condition. Our economies? They are vast, complex, rule-based games of cooperation and competition. Even our friendships are built on it. The people we love the most are almost always the people we can be the most pointlessly playful with. And yet, we are told to grow up, to stop playing around. We've created a false choice between play and work, and in doing so, we are suffocating the very instinct that makes us so good at both. When we stop playing, we don't become more productive. We become more rigid. We become less creative, less empathetic, and less able to cope with the stress of a changing world. Burnout isn't just the result of working too hard. It's often the result of forgetting how to play. We are at our most human, our most brilliant, our most alive, when we are in a state of play. The great secret of our species is that we are not the wise human, Homo sapiens. We are Homo ludens, the playing human. We are the descendants of those who, in a world of terror and scarcity, found the courage to waste a little time, to laugh, to dance, to tell a story around a fire, to look at a rock and see a tool, to look at the stars and see a map. We are the animal that never grew up, and that is, and has always been, our greatest strength. So, the next time you find yourself lost in a game, or a hobby, or a moment of pointless, joyful laughter, don't dismiss it as a luxury. Recognize it for what it is. It's an echo of the oldest, most essential survival strategy we have. It's the engine of your mind. It's the spark that lit the first fire, and the one that will light our way into whatever comes next.
Thank you for watching until the end, guys. I hope this video is useful and helpful according to its contents. If you want me to continue making content like this, please subscribe, like, and share.